If this was in Iceland, there would be a line out, you know? I'm just saying that. So yeah, assets. It's a big and complicated word if you don't speak English as a first language. My brother-in-law just thought I should talk about asses, and that would be, you know, that's one of my assets. Speaking of asses, I have my mother's butt. I'm really thankful for that, because my father doesn't have one. So because he's really fat, so he's like crunches, so he's like, no, it's like completely flat. Anyway, when I was really young, my mother told me that being shy wouldn't get me anywhere. Look at me now, bitches. And she, it's kind of gotten out of hand. When I was 17, I went to Prague for a seminar on like teenagers and peace and future peace education. It's complicated. I'm not gonna get into that because I don't have a lot of time. And on the way there, I met a Norwegian guy on the plane. And since, you know, my mother told me not to be shy, I just got to know him quite well, and we got piss drunk on the plane because I was 17 and it was like altitude. And so he offered, like he was meeting a friend in Prague, and I was traveling by myself, and he offered me to drive me to the hostel that I was staying. And I was like, yes, I would really love that, because I've never been here, and I won't find my way there by myself. And when I was checking in by myself, this is in calculations. This is in 2001. So, you know, I was not traveling with my mobile phone. And once I was checking into the hotel, I realized I had forgotten the passport in his car. All by myself in Prague. I know his name was Christian, which is a very, very, very common name. And you know, this is also before Facebook and everything, so it was really hard to find him. But he had listened really well to me on the plane, and he found out where I was going, drove for 3 hours with his friends to drop off my passport, and he wasn't allowed to see me because it was there, you know, United Nations. It's like, no, it's like secluded, you can't see her. So he drove all this way with my passport, and so yeah, I'm really thankful for that. And that's also the reason why my mother was terrified when I decided when I was 23 to move to New York for 3 months and maybe do some burlesque and belly dancing. Because she was like, she's gonna lose her passport. She's gonna lose her dignity as well. But my grandmother was like, well, you know, good people only meet good people. And if they meet bad people, it's good stories. But yeah, also, speaking of asses, I'm a big advocate for body confidence. Yes. It's just a fucking body. Everybody looks good on a white sheet, right? And yeah, I work in television, and my mother is always trying to tell me that like I shouldn't drink so much Coca-Cola. And I know that if I wasn't like the way I am, I wouldn't have a job on television, because there are so many girls that are skinny and like standard pretty that work there. And I'm trying to explain to her that the reason I am there and am still there, it's like the TV networks are like, no, we're good. We have a fat lady. It's like I'm token regular one. And also in belly dancing, like people keep coming up to me after gigs and they're like, I'm so happy to see a lady like you in such like skimpy clothing. And then you're like, oh, what 32? No, blonde. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm not skinny, and yeah, okay, I get it, thank you. And I appreciate it, but I don't understand why they're like, I have to comment on that. I have to congratulate her on not being shy with her body. Because we're so obsessed with, if it's not perfect, then you should be ashamed of yourself. And yeah, I hate that. Moving along. Other people's assets. I've been meaning to write a self-help book for quite some time. It's called The Stock Market, and it's about how other people's assets affect you. Like, you know, you see an ugly guy, but he keeps dating beautiful women, so you're like, I guess his stocks are pretty high then. I should be one of those pretty ladies that he's dating. I haven't really worked it out yet, but I think it's going to be a really, really, really good book. And it's about how you use other people to climb up. It's like a kind of sociopathic, but you're gonna buy it. It's gonna be great. Yeah, thank you so much for having me.